If you're planning on coming to Bali, here's some essentials that you're absolutely gonna need. I'm literally in the jungle right now in Bali, hence the loudness. You can literally hear nature and my water dispenser. Yeah, that's why you can hear every species of bug right now. I just saw a new bug. What in the Jumanji is happening? First, I'm gonna start off with all the admin documents that you need. Number one, it is visa on arrival, so you can get a visa once you get here. But I'll suggest actually getting an e-visa so that you can actually save time at the airport. Since I had an e-visa, I don't know what the manual process actually looks like, but I feel like getting an e-visa is probably more convenient. I think the hardest part about getting an e-visa was finding the right websites, because there's so many scammy websites out there. Like if you go on Google and you search Bali e-visa, there's gonna be like 50 stuff, and half of them are like scamming you. I'll put all the links that you guys need in the description box, but you literally pay about 500 IDR for the e-visa. It takes about 5-10 minutes to complete in total, probably 5 minutes. It took me 10 minutes because I was double checking all my information, but it doesn't take that long. Once you have it, just download it, save it in a folder on your phone, so that once you get to the airport you can literally like put it up, and the process is so quick. The second one is the customs declaration, and again you can either do this at the airport, but I would suggest doing it before you get to Bali, so that again you save time. And honestly, the process was so quick because a lot of people had it before. The lady was just scanning. It was like next, and you don't want to be that person who holds up that line. And also just getting it done beforehand is like one less thing to worry about, because once you get to the airport you never know what's going to happen with the airport Wi-Fi. Maybe it's going to be slow, maybe it's not going to be working. As much as you can get that done at the airports, there's literally a QR code that you can scan and complete. It takes 2 to 5 minutes to do. Just get it done beforehand. After you're done, they're going to give you a QR code, which is what the lady scans before you can pass by. I also just took a screenshot of that QR code and saved it on my phone in a folder with all my Bali documents, so that once I'm in Bali, like I know exactly where to go. And also the customs declaration does tell you stuff you're not allowed to bring. If you're planning on bringing it, okay, now you know that you shouldn't bring it. A lot of stuff were stuff that were out of the ordinary, but one thing I did pick up was like you're not allowed to bring a certain amount of cash of IDR into the country. I'm not sure if it was like $1 million or something, but it was kind of an odd one. And then everything else would be stuff that you're less likely to bring. You are not about to bring 1,000 cigarettes into the country. It's unlikely, but it's a good thing to just get it over and done with, so you know what to bring and what you're not allowed to bring into the country. And your requirements because of MPOX is completing the health form. Again, link is going to be in the description. This one also takes about 2 to 5 minutes, and basically you're just saying you don't have MPOX, you haven't been to any countries that have like high levels of MPOX in the past 21 days, but you do need to complete this at least I think 2 days before your flight, so it's not something you can do way in advance. I literally did it the night before my flight to Bali. I just completed it. They also provide you with like a QR code, and I saved that on my phone. If you choose to do it at the airport, you can also do that. There is a QR code that you can scan and you can complete it there. And then the last one is something not a lot of people know about. It's not actually checked at the airport. Like I didn't see any like posters regarding it at the airports. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but it's the tourist levy. So basically this is just for being a tourist, and I think it goes towards the local community in Bali. Not a lot of money. I think it's like 100 IDR, which is very cheap, especially if you're someone who can afford traveling, and it's just a good way to support Bali. And as much as there's no one actually checking it at the airports, I believe that random checks are done on tourists to see if they have paid their tourist levy. This can happen whether at the airport or if you're somewhere and an official asks you. I haven't experienced that myself, so I don't know if it's actually true or not, but just get it done, okay? There's no harm in getting it done. And also if you don't get it done, chances are maybe in the future when you want to come back to the country, they can't deny you entry because you didn't pay your tourist levy the last time. And then I think with all your documents, just have them in a folder. Just like have them in a folder so that you know where to pull things up. Like on my iPhone, under files, I saved it there. I named it Bali Docs, and also I renamed my documents so I know which is which, because I think customs declaration and the health form that both give you like a QR code, so I just renamed it instead of it being a random number. And then I'm just gonna slot this one in because I had a lot of questions on my TikTok regarding this. Go check my TikTok out, by the way. It's at Zimgazi, and my Instagram, I'm just saying, and subscribe. I'm just saying, not the random hair. This is embarrassing. I need to leave Bali. I look crusty as fuck. I had a lot of questions regarding getting an eSIM, and honestly, it goes with you. I got an eSIM just in case I wanted to connect to my phone as soon as I arrived at the airport and the airport Wi-Fi wasn't working. So that's why I decided to get an eSIM. And also I wasn't sure how long I was going to be able to go actually to town to buy a local SIM. Like I wasn't sure of the process, so I opted to get an eSIM just for the convenience and also for the fact that I don't have to take my physical SIM card out because I love my South African number. So you can get an eSIM. I'll put a referral code so that you guys can save some bucks. I used a Alo for my eSIM. I paid about $5 for 1 gig of data for 7 days, which is actually a lot, but I'll get to a cheaper option now. You guys can use my referral code right here to save some bucks on a Alo. I think it gives you like $3, but that's what I used because it was convenient for me. Like I didn't want to be stressing if, let's say, the airport Wi-Fi wasn't working and I needed to order my Grab and I had nothing to connect to. But then once I got here, I realized that as you're exiting the airport, so after you're done with your customs declaration and you're going past the shops, there are going to be multiple shops like selling SIM cards. It's going to be bold, you won't miss it, and they're selling the physical SIM card. And honestly, I feel like getting a local SIM card is a lot cheaper than getting an eSIM, especially if you're staying here for a long time. If you're going to be staying here for months or you know you use a lot of data, might as well get like a physical SIM card. And since it's in the airport, you can immediately connect your phone and talk to your driver or order your Grab. So yeah, each option has its pros and cons, and it honestly goes with you. And because I got an eSIM, I was not using as much data. I was also okay with like being reliant on the Wi-Fi at the place I'm staying at or the restaurants I'm gonna be at, because a lot of places do have free Wi-Fi, so I wasn't stressing that much. So I'll literally use my data randomly if I'm like on Google Maps, or maybe I'm walking to where I want to go and I need to use Google Maps. That would be literally the only time. I'm getting sick, so let's do a quick rundown of all the other like non-documented things that you need. Number one, probiotics. I started taking these 2 weeks before I came to Bali. Haven't caught Bali belly yet, so I think it works. Bali belly is basically food poisoning because you want to get your stomach ready for all that you're gonna eat, but make sure you take your probiotics so that you don't get Bali belly and your stomach is good to go. I also tried to stay away from the local food and fruits just for the first week that I was here, so that my stomach has like a chance to adjust, because if you just jump into eating the fruits as soon as you get here, chances are you're gonna catch Bali belly, and you don't want that. Number two has to be insect repellents. I bought one from South Africa and then I saw a video that's saying it doesn't work, because I remember I had it on, I got bit by mosquitoes even though I had it on. So I bought this from like the local shop. I think you can get this at like the Emart or like the pharmacy. I forget the name of the pharmacy, but in a lot of the markets they do have this. Just ask for instant repellents, and I feel like this one works better than the one that you bring from your own country, especially the one that I brought from South Africa. But also I have like 50 mosquito bites on me. At this point I freaking don't know. I tried to like reapply this throughout the day because the mosquitoes are so bad, and also there's dengue fever going on. You don't want that. Hopefully I don't have dengue fever. Maybe I'm dengue fever sick because I'm feeling like my throat is a bit scratchy, and it has been for the past 2 days. Okay, I'm sure that's not fever. I'm sure it's probably the AC, or I have flu or something. So yeah, so make sure you bring lots of repellents. I think I have 2 bottles of this and I still use my South African one, but I also prefer this because it's kind of like, it's a water. It's not like an aerosol, because an aerosol I feel like you have to put it on outside because it just sprays, whereas this one, it's like you can just spritz it, but it's not like an aerosol, if you get what I'm saying. It's not likely to get into my nose and stuff. And also one thing I didn't bring was those mosquito wall thingies, those things you plug into the wall and you can like chase away the mosquitoes. I haven't really needed it as much because every time I leave my hotel or like wherever I'm staying, I close the door and I switch the lights off, so mosquitoes don't really come in. But in case you're at a place where there are a lot of mosquitoes, you can bring that and you can just plug it into the wall. Not a lot of places have that. Like I've been to only one place that actually has that. Okay, the next item, sunscreen, of course, because you're gonna be in the sun. You want to protect yourself from the sun as much as you can, but also you want to bring it because I've heard people say that it's a bit more expensive here. It's harder to find like a Nivea brand in the local shop. The only time I saw like a Nivea sunscreen was it even Nivea? I think it was like Neutrogena. But the only time I saw sunscreen that I would use was at one of the malls, and chances are you won't be going to the malls. Like I've been to the mall once and it's kind of far, and also I've heard rumors that it's more expensive of here. Second last item, hand sanitizer to protect your hands. Even if you're not eating with your hands touch everything. And again, you don't want to get Bali belly. There's like bacteria and germs everywhere. You just want to be as clean as possible. And then last but not least, it's a water bottle, which is right there. It's propping up my phone right now. Please bring that because you can't drink the tap water. Not sure if a lot of people are aware of that, but the water is not drinkable. And in the places where I stay at, not all the places had like a water dispenser in my room. So having a water bottle would be like so handy in terms of getting some water, filling it up so I have water in my room. And it's not like whenever I need to drink some water, I have to go out to the kitchen. So just bring a water bottle. And also you're going to be out all day. You don't want to be buying a water bottle every 5 minutes. So just bring one water bottle, fill it up at the start of the day, and then you're good to go. And also with the water situation, I don't use the water to brush my teeth. I tried using it to wash my face, and then my face started like breaking out. So I suggest you also use bottled water to wash your face, and it gets extensive. That's a lot of water you're using, and it gets really annoying, which is something I hate. So having a water bottle is going to make it a lot easier. And I've also received questions about a shower filter. I feel like if you're staying for a short period of time, like if it's less than 2 weeks, you don't need a shower filter. I just use the tap water to wash my body. If you want to wash your face and your hair, use the bottled water. But if you're staying for long, you can't get a shower filter. I was just hesitant because I don't know how to get it on. But yeah, I'm itchy right now, so I'm gonna go inside. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this shit up.